Hollywood, we've got a problem. When it comes to depicting historical battles, Hollywood often takes creative liberties that leave historians and history buffs shaking their heads. While we understand that movies are meant to entertain, sometimes the inaccuracies are so glaring that they overshadow the story. Today, we're diving into the top 10 historical battles that Hollywood got completely wrong. From ancient Greece to medieval Europe and even the American frontier, these cinematic blunders are as entertaining as they are educational. So grab your popcorn and get ready for a history lesson with a twist. Your historical battles are about as accurate as a game of telephone played by a group of toddlers. The details get lost, the facts get twisted, and what we end up with is a version of history that's more fiction than fact, as my grandma's aim in a snowball fight. But hey, at least it's entertaining, right? Let's take a closer look at some of the most egregious examples. Let's dive into the top 10 historical battles Hollywood got completely wrong. Buckle up, because this is going to be a wild ride through the annals of cinematic history. First up, the Battle of Thermopylae in 300. This epic showdown between the Spartans and the Persians has been immortalized in countless films, but none more famously than in Zack Snyder's 300. While the movie is visually stunning and packed with action, it takes quite a few liberties with the historical facts. Spoiler alert. No, they didn't fight shirtless, despite what Gerard Butler's abs might have you believe. In reality, the Spartans wore armor and were part of a much larger Greek force that included soldiers from other city-states. And yes, there were more than 300 Spartans. The movie's portrayal of a small elite force holding off a massive Persian army is dramatic. But the truth is that the Spartans were supported by thousands of other Greek soldiers. The real Battle of Thermopylae was a testament to the power of unity and strategy, not just brute strength. Next, the Braveheart blunder with the Battle of Stirling Bridge. Mel Gibson's portrayal of William Wallace is iconic, but the film's depiction of the Battle of Stirling Bridge is far from accurate. Fun fact: there was actually a bridge. The movie shows a dramatic open-field battle, but in reality the Scots used the narrow Stirling Bridge to their advantage, trapping and defeating the English forces. The omission of the bridge in the film is a glaring oversight that changes the entire dynamic of the battle. Shocking, I know. It's almost as if Hollywood thought a bridge would be too boring for audiences. But the real story is far more interesting and showcases the clever tactics used by the Scots. On to the Battle of Agincourt in Henry V. This battle is one of the most famous in English history, and Shakespeare's play has been adapted into several films. However, the cinematic versions often miss some key details. Apparently, mud was the real MVP here, not just the English longbowmen. The muddy terrain played a crucial role in the English victory, as the heavily armoured French knights struggled to move and were easy targets for the English archers. Not just the English longbowmen. The longbowmen were indeed a significant factor, but the mud and the terrain were equally important in determining the outcome of the battle. It's a classic example of how environmental factors can turn the tide of war. Hollywood, did you miss the memo? The real story of Agincourt is a fascinating blend of strategy, luck, and environmental conditions, but the films often simplify it to a tale of heroic archers. And let's not forget the Battle of the Alamo in the Alamo. This iconic battle has been depicted in numerous films, but the 2004 version starring Billy Bob Thornton takes some significant liberties with the facts. Sorry, but Davy Crockett wasn't swinging that big old rifle like a baseball bat. While Crockett was indeed a legendary frontiersman, the film's portrayal of him as a larger-than-life action hero is more myth than reality. The real Crockett was a skilled marksman and a brave fighter, but he wasn't the superhuman figure that Hollywood often makes him out to be. Stay tuned for more Hollywood history fails, because we're just getting started. There are plenty more battles to cover, and each one has its own unique set of inaccuracies and embellishments right after this quick break. But before we go, let's take a moment to appreciate the effort that goes into making these films. Despite the inaccuracies, they do spark interest in history and encourage people to learn more about the real events. Or better yet, just hit that follow button and never miss a chance to laugh at Hollywood's historical hiccups. We'll be back with more historical battles and the cinematic blunders that make them unforgettable. So stay tuned and let's continue this journey through the fascinating world of historical battles and Hollywood's creative interpretations. There's a lot more to uncover, and you won't want to miss it.